Okay, this is a RCBS, what they call a green machine. They made these things, I believe, from 1980 to about 1984. And it's an inline progressive press. Various calibers. This one's set up for 38 watt cutters. I can run 357, any profile, just have to reset some dies. It's a machine that was not very well accepted, had some problems. One of them is right here. This one's been converted to using a primer tube on the front, but originally the priming setup didn't work or the flip. The other thing that I've had to kind of work with a little bit is this cedar. That's this tall die there, second from the right. It's an open front cedar, so you can just drop your cast right in there, or your plated bullet, whatever, and then seat them. So it makes it easy to feed this thing. All the brass is stacked up in these tubes. There's 5 tubes there, and 38 special, it'll hold about 82 of them, I believe. And of course it's a little powder dandy, or little dandy powder measure. You use different rotors for it. It has an automatic dump set up here on the back with this post here and these 2 pins that engages it or disengages it. That's another thing people don't like. If you run out of brass in one of the tubes, then you'll get a blank. Here's how it works. And brass will drop down, and then that scoots it out there. But if you run out of brass and you don't catch it, then you'll have a blank coming across the platen there from left to right, and as soon as you get a blank under that powder measure, you dump powder all inside the platen. That's this part right here on the machine, and it gums everything up if you use a lubricant in there that's sticky. I use One Shot. It's a dry lubricant, so I don't have that problem. The other thing is I use an air hose to keep it blown out. So as soon as I make a mistake, drop one, or make a powder drop without a case under it, I just blow this thing out. Alright, give you a backside view. Got a lot of linkage. It's really a strong press. It's fun to use. You know, once you work all the bugs out, it's a lot of fun. On this side of the table I do my priming. This is a pedestal I made out of an old fire truck brake drum and a bar table bottom. So that I can run it standing up or sit on my stool and run this thing. It's a pretty cool press. I'll show you here. I call it granny because it's old, and you have to be delicate with it. I mean, you just can't horse this thing around. It's a lot of moving parts. This is the sizer. This is expander and powder through, or drop through the expander powder dispenser station. This one's the station for seating your bullets, and this one here is a crimp. But I left the cedar stem in right here because of the linkage on this cedar die. It's a little sloppy, so you can get between, sometimes right on the money where you want it, and then sometimes the linkage, for some reason, old Murphy I guess, gets a little sloppy, and it can be 5 thousandths off. So I leave the cedar stem in that last roll crimp die, and it'll push it down the last, oh gosh, 2 millimeters or so, perfectly into the crimp groove, and then you get perfect rounds after that. I got no qualms about this. Alright, let me make another little cut here and we'll start running this thing, let you see how it works.
memories and go. You can keep my heart, but no, I'm a king, but it don't mean a thing without you to be my queen. I lost your love, but I don't know why. Something I said hurt you inside, and now you've got bad feelings about me. But there's just one thing I want you to see. I'm a king, but it don't mean a thing without you to be my queen.
The wind whistles through my ears as I hear the train coming in. When the man beside me asks, "Son, what you doing here?" Well, I thought I'd settle the score from 15 years ago. The man said I wouldn't do that, son. Then he showed me a badge and a gun. Well, I don't know why I had to spill my blood. And of all the people, it had to be the man. He said, "Son, you look real pale. Came here to stop you now. For there are many reasons that you could, but if I were in your shoes, I don't think I would. He served his time, he's on his own dime, and they say he's a changed man. On parole after 14 years after what he did to your wife back."
I'm out here learning what I already know. If it takes my life, that'll be okay. My past is burning as I grow out of the night and into the day. And I'll have faith that everything will work out right as I get my feet back on the ground. I'll have faith, and I'll be shown the lights as I get my life turned around. It's a mystery as I look back and see